Hi everyone. For my journal review, I chose to review Collaborative Leadership, The Leadership Stance by Patrick Sanagan and Jillian Londorf. Mr. Sanagan is the president of his own organizational firm that specializes in leadership development, the Sanahan Group. He has been on over 200 campuses and other organizations in order to study leaders in higher education and to help universities create strategic plans. Ms. Londorf is a librarian at the Chicago School of Professional Psychology, but serves the Sanahan Group doing background research and content editing. The research for this article came from numerous reviews, texts, and other writings in addition to the author's experiences. The crux of the article is that in some ways collaboration has become a buzzword, but truly successful leaders must learn to use collaboration to achieve results, not just to make people feel engaged. As change has become a regular part of life, leaders must learn to create collaborative teams that can handle the change and move the organization forward. This collaboration requires a new kind of leader. He notes that good collaborative leaders will have to build cross-cultural bridges with diverse groups of employees, create a sense of authentic community across all departments, be prepared to deal with complex and thorny issues, to truly understand the power of collaboration and that it's difficult to achieve, have the courage to take intelligent risks, and be able to tolerate ambiguity and the messiness that comes when different views and ideas are brought to the table, to avoid redundant efforts. The authors point out the difficulties that come with collaborative work, and they offer 5 barriers that are seen repeatedly in failing collaborative projects. The first one is hierarchy, and higher education organizations are particularly hierarchical. Silos are common in higher education in the form of schools, divisions, and functions. And to some degree, hierarchy has its place, unless it prevents agile, flexible, and proactive responses to organizational collaboration. Campus culture is a second barrier. The author quotes Peter Drucker, and the quote is, "Culture eats strategy for breakfast." I think that sums up this barrier. Leadership must understand what creates the organizational culture and how it can be useful to collaboration or how it can be a barrier. The third is the senior team capacity. Organizations can only collaborate well to the extent that their top leadership can collaborate well. The senior leadership must set the example for the rest of the organization. Senior leaders must be seen sharing information, crossing organizational boundaries, and sharing the challenges that they face. The fourth is a poverty of networks. To overcome this barrier, leaders must find ways to allow members to cross boundaries. Stakeholders must be able to openly communicate with other stakeholders to share best practices, problem solve, and to seek opportunities to use talents across the university. And the fifth barrier is collaborating too much. It is possible to over-collaborate. The author points out that the campuses must often get so caught up in the process of collaboration that they involve almost everyone on campus and create a counterproductive or even a consensus mentality. Often there are so many committees and meetings that it is unproductive and nothing ever gets completed. The article offers some advice for leaders in creating a collaborative culture in their organization. They recommend that leaders learn about different collaborative meeting designs in order to find the right design for the right problem. Reimagine the leadership role as a convener, not as the answerer. Leaders must develop a tolerance for failure. Mistakes will happen in collaboration, but they should be looked upon as learning opportunities. They must realize that trust is a strategic asset. Far more can be accomplished when people trust each other. When there is low trust, every decision will be questioned and debated. And finally, they must establish a clear shared purpose and vision. I hope you enjoyed this journal article, and I look forward to your questions. Thanks.